Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm JB Gunner, aka Teardrop. Now, the reason I'm making this video is a few of you seem confused about why we're starting in Pennsylvania, so I figured I'd run it by you real quick because I know it's a very odd place to start, particularly in January. I've been around the trail long enough to know that no one does that, and we may even be the first to start a through hike in January in Pennsylvania. But I want to explain to you why that is and where we're going. Originally, my intentions was to start on Springer January 1st, but KB, who's going to be my hiking partner through this season, he was my hiking partner for many months, for many hundreds of miles last year. KB needed to get some work done prior to leaving for his through hike. So what the plan then became, because I had transitioned to West Virginia, what the plan was for me to come to Harper's Ferry and then hike up north and meet KB around week 3. Well, as you guys know, the storm hit, which kind of had us at -20. So instead of me staying in Harper's Ferry at that lady's house at Town's End, KB's like, well, look, man, I'll just come get you, and you can come up here, and we'll do the PA section prior to us going to Springer. So I agreed. I said, yeah, that's cool. So our intentions are to do Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. But if we can just get Pennsylvania done in January, that would be great. And then, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, are we going all the way north from here? The answer is no. We're actually going to go, I'd say the February 1st, maybe February, halfway through February. The plan is to go to Springer and then start. But in the meantime, while we await KB to finish up some of his work that he has to do, so it's simple shit. People got jobs, so KB has to work a little bit more. And then we're going to head down to Springer. So we are only in the Pennsylvania region for about a month. And now what that should do is should knock out Pennsylvania at the very least. But our intentions are to go into New Jersey and New York. So when we come back north from Springer, we'll simply just skip this section. We'll probably come home for a week, hang out, and then we'll go north to where we actually dropped off and went to Springer, and then continue our push to Katahdin. So I know a lot of you are concerned. Are you going to Katahdin right now? Is this some sort of flip-flop where you're going up to Katahdin right now? No, we are northbounders from Springer this year. We just happen to be doing Pennsylvania and New Jersey maybe prior to starting the Appalachian, prior to starting at Springer Mountain. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have no intentions in going north, hitting Katahdin, and then flip-flopping. That is not what the plan is. But I know a lot of you are confused about why we are starting where we're starting. And the truth of this is I could think of no better training than hitting the rocks of PA, and things of that nature prior to Springer Mountain. And if you think about it, we'll start Springer with legs, with trail legs. We'll start Springer Mountain in a little bit better physical hiking shape than most of the people starting off at Springer Mountain. That's not a knock to them. So, for instance, instead of starting off and doing Springer to Hawk Mountain, don't be surprised to see us do Springer to Gooch Shelter. Or, we're even kicking around the idea of Springer to Neal's Gap on day 1. Just as a challenge, just to see if we can do it. That's 31.7 miles. Now, don't hold me to that. I'm not saying that's what we're going to do. But anyway, so the goal is to knock down Pennsylvania, which the majority of the AT and thru hikers say it's their least favorite state. So why not get it out the way early? Why not get the rocks out the way prior to them heating up and prior to the snakes being in them, prior to the black flies being around here? Do you see what I'm saying? So that is pretty much our train of thought. And I know what you're saying, but it's cold and the rocks are icy and things of that nature. And you're right. I didn't say it wasn't a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. It's a new piece of section of the trail that I haven't been in yet. And so for me, everything is brand new. I'm enjoying every minute of it, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. So it's going to be a little bit slow at first. I know a lot of you are saying, well, you only did 7.5 or 8 miles on your first day, then only 9 miles. Well, keep in mind, I still haven't got my trail legs yet, neither is Kavy. The first section that we just did, our feet are obliterated. I have blisters. He has, well, I have hot spots. I ain't going to say blisters. So, yeah, you know, especially in these temperatures and this snow, there's a lot of shit, you know, a lot of physical. In order to get the trail legs, you got to go through some physical shit first. And so that's pretty much what's going on. And so, you know, have no fear. But our goal is not to hike north from Pennsylvania. It's to go to Springer. But we're just getting this done. So there's really no real confusion. We're just knocking out Pennsylvania and New Jersey for the most part before we go and start our thru hike, which will probably be February 1st to 15th. It depends on when KB finishes up his work, which is fine with me. I'm enjoying kicking it with KB. So this weekend we're taking off so he can do his work, and then we're going back out, unfortunately, because the weather drops again this coming week, to finish the next section of what we're doing. And no, listen, we're not doing them in order. As you'll see, some PA sections we're doing, and then we'll hop to another one. Like you may see us in Duncannon to whatever next, or you may see us do Wind Gap to Delaware Water Gap next. We don't know. Essentially, wherever we feel like hiking is what we're going to do. And you'll see no sections will be skipped in PA, of course. So that's pretty much the plan, and I hope that sums it up for a lot of you. So those of you who are familiar with the AT, it makes sense, and you see what's happening, and it's easy to follow along. I understand a lot of you that are used to the streamlined videos from Springer to Katahdin. It may be slightly confusing, so I just kind of wanted to throw that out there and let you know exactly what's going on. Just follow along with your books if you're unfamiliar with the territory. Hell, I'm having to follow along with my book just to see, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching. KB's got a channel too, but ultimately, appreciate you guys following along. We're getting started early so we can finish early. That's pretty much all I got. See you next time. I'm out.